Yo, today I'm sharing with you the top 10 dividend stocks for 2024. These are the 10 companies who have had the highest overall performance thus far this year, specifically in Q2, because that's how they break these things down in quarters. So if you want to know what the best income producing stocks are, whether that's because you want to generate income in retirement, or if you just want a little extra cash on the side to buy yourself burritos and race cars, let's talk about the 10 best performers thus far. In no particular order, number one is NRG. NRG is an energy power production company, and it went up 15.6% in the second quarter of 2024. And in the last 12 months, get this, it's gone up 112%. That's ridiculous. Now, the actual dividend yield is not a huge number. It's only 2.09%. And so that means for every stock that you own, you'll get an annual dividend of $1.63. Next up for you smokers out there is Philip Morris. They're a tobacco company, and it rose 12% in the second quarter of 2024. And overall, it's gained 9.1% in the last 12 months. As of the current price, the forward dividend yield is 5.13%. So it's over double what NRG is. And that means that you're getting paid $5.20 for every share that you own. Number three is a specialty chemicals company. This is actually lens cleaner. International Flowers and Fragrances gained 11.2% last quarter, and it rose 22.7% in the last 12 months. The forward dividend yield calculation is 1.68%, so it's not a huge amount, but it pays you $1.60 for every share you own. Next is a midstream oil and gas company called Williams, and it rose 10.3% just in the second quarter. It's gained almost 36% in the last 12 months, and its forward dividend yield is 4.47%. So for every share that you own, you get $1.90. Next up is another energy-related company. It's an electric company specifically. It's called Southern Company. That's very vague, right? Maybe their other sister brand is called Northern Company. They've gained 9.1% just in the second quarter, and they've gone up to 14.4% in the past 12 months. And they pay you 3.71% in dividends every year, which amounts to $2.88 for every share that you own. Next are a few more names that you've actually heard of. 3M, the people that make plastic and sticky tape and all kinds of different things. It's gone up 8.4% in the second quarter, and it's rose 19.3% in the last 12 months. Not too shabby. The forward dividend yield is 2.74%, and the annual dividend gives you $2.80 for every share that you own. Continuing with the trend of unhealthy habits, Altria Group, the tobacco company, it's gone up 6.7% in the second quarter. It's gained 9.2% in the past 12 months. And check out this massive dividend yield. 8.61% is the forward dividend yield. Whoa, this is an income producing machine along with the cancer. So that means for every share that you own, you get paid $3.92. The next two, guess the sector. I dare you. Is it tobacco or is it energy? It's energy. This next one is called Alet. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a utilities company. It's gone up 5.7% in the second quarter. It's gained 12.3% in the last 12 months. The forward dividend yield is pretty darn healthy, 4.52%, which means for every share you own, you get paid $2.82. The next energy company is an electric company called OGE Energy. It's gained 5.3% in the second quarter, and it's only rose 4.1% in the past 12 months. So this last quarter has really saved it over the last 12 months in terms of the stock chart looking the way you want it to look. But that dividend yield, pretty healthy, 4.69%. So for every share that you own, you get paid $1.67. And the last company, number 10, is M&T Bank. It's gone up 5% in the second quarter, and it's gained 26.5% in the past 12 months. The forward dividend yield is 3.57%, and that means for every share that you own, you get paid $5.40. Now, if you hear all those results and you're going, wait a second, there are dividend investments that are out there, income-producing investments that have either risen more in the past or have higher yields than this. So why is this the list? Why is this the top 10? Well, this list was developed from the top 100 highest yielding stocks on Morningstar's Dividend Leaders Index. And to do that, for one thing, REITs are not included. So any real estate investment trust that you know that's just had a blow-up year, even though it's not been a great year for real estate, that's excluded in terms of this list. And it also only includes securities whose dividends are qualified income. So anything that you know of that is unqualified income also wouldn't be on this list. And the last caveat to this list is anybody out there who's a Yieldmax fanboy. I've gotten several comments in the last few weeks asking about Yieldmax. What about Yieldmax? Do you like Yieldmax? Why aren't you investing in Yieldmax? Your dividends aren't strong enough. You should be doing something like Yieldmax. I wasn't even aware of what Yieldmax was. I had to do some research in the last couple of days to even understand what it is that we're talking about here. Did a bunch of reading on synthetic covered calls and selling puts and all this whole structure to create what is a Yieldmax fund. And so if you're interested in learning more about that, in me kind of laying out out the research that I did and then digesting that in some kind of format to talk about Yieldmax, then leave me a comment with Yieldmax in it or with pancakes in it, because one or the other is going to draw my attention. Actually, make sure there's pancakes and Yieldmax, so I know that we're talking about Yieldmax, because I might forget. But yes, on paper, something like this synthetic covered call strategy should produce vastly more income than these stocks are. But this is still within the kind of traditional world of this is a company who has income that they are willing to share with shareholders. So what are the top 10 amongst this particular list? In my opinion, the top 10 possibilities of dividend producing assets, if you will, of income producing assets that we can invest in, a chunk at a time, that's sort of a different equation. But if we want to talk about it, then let me know. Let's talk about it. They're weird. They're interesting, but so are we. We're all weird and interesting. Cheers. That's it for today. Small acts for a small video. Just wanted to share this with you. I thought it was an interesting list. I don't know that this is really going to inform a lot of my future investing personally, because I don't like picking dividend stocks as much as ETFs, but you do you. To see my dividend investing series where I just go over and reveal what I've done for the last year and a half in terms of how I've dividend invested, the mistakes I've made, the things I've learned along the way, then click on this playlist next. And otherwise, please subscribe so that you don't miss future videos, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.